and laughs. It's been a while since I've gone live. Life has been lifing, been doing a lot, working a lot. The divorce is finalized, being a mom. But we're back, and I have more than enough laundry to see us through. And I thought that I would share my executive orders. If I were able to be president, what would I do? Would I go around renaming bodies of water? Would I be digging up streets? Would I, be saying that it's illegal to boycott certain brands, certain types of cars? What would I do? What would be important to me if I could just wave my pen and make any changes I wanted all willy nilly? What would I do? So I have a list here and we could talk about it while I fold. So, number one, coming in hot. Every single month, every single menstruating person would receive a stimulus check. Yes, stimulate the economy. Okay, during that time of month, you need more support. You need more comfort. Maybe you want food, you want snacks. The government will pass that. My government would pass that money along, put it out into the world so that these menstruating people could stimulate the economy. Now, there are levels to this. It's $100 a month before the age of 21. And then after you turn 21, it increases to $300 a month. $300 a month. So, yes, that would go into effect immediately. Unfortunately, I don't think it would be sustainable to provide everyone with back pay. So that's unfortunate. However, if anyone is past the age of menstruation, if they have, already gone through menopause or whatever, then I'll send them a $1,200 stimulus check. Because why not? That's what was given before. Hey Wayne, I am talking about if I became president and I could just do anything I wanted with a wave of a pen, what my executive orders would be while I'm folding laundry. So executive order number one was that every menstruating person gets a monthly stimulus check. So that's that. That's number one. Number two, keeping in line with women's health, there would be across the nation perimenopause palaces and menopause mega villas. Okay? There would be people there. There'd be state of the art medical care. The women would be educated on what's going on with their bodies. They would be tended to by people who are very learned in things of women's health. Their families would have to leave them alone. They could talk to them only if they're going to be saying nice things to them. No asking, hey mom, hey grandma, where's this, where's that, what do I, You figure it out. These women are going through monumental changes and it's challenging and they don't need your BS, okay? It is proven that women who are going through perimenopause and menopause, they are less resistant to stress. This is a stressful time of life for them. So leave them alone. They're going to go away for a few months or weeks or, I would consult. I would consult with the presidential doctor officials or whatever. How much time do they think would be necessary in the perimenopause palace and the menopause mega villas? But that would exist. Those would be they actually maybe won't get built. Maybe we would just take some estates that already exist that should not, or, just take that and repurpose them and give them to the women. Let's heal the women. We will heal the nation. Let's see. So that's that. Next is, I would find out what is the budget that is currently allotted for doctors and scientists and whoever else to be studying women's health. What is that budget? Multiply it times 5. Give them more money, okay? Because so much of the medical information that is out right now is from studying men's bodies. Men that are not on 28-day cycles like ours, that don't, bring forth, and then sustain. Like, it's just different. We're just different. We're not the same. So we have lots of catching up to do, multiply that budget times 5. Where are we going to get it from? I'll look at some other things and we'll make some cuts. Okay. That was number 3. Next. Oh, this one would be so controversial for many, but people's personal wealth would top off at $10 million. Okay. $10 million. After that, you have to choose any excess money that you have. It can go to a charity, it can go to a school, it can go to research for a cause of your choice that is approved, of course, by the government. It could go to a family member. You could also maybe invest it in, like, if you have a child, it can go there so they can maybe get a head start. But no one's personal wealth is to exceed $10 million. Because why? Because why? Greed. I think that if people knew it could cap off and that anything they made would possibly go somewhere else, maybe they would chill out. Maybe they'd go touch grass. Maybe they'd stop exploiting people. Maybe, or maybe they'd be so excited to make money and share it with someone else. I don't know. But 10 million, that's it. Greed, ruining the world. Ruining the world, topping off at 10 million. If you can't live a happy life on $10 million, I mean, there are other issues at play. So there's that. Next, oh, I like this one. Every single month, 10 world leaders of either my choosing or someone like in my cabinet, 10 world leaders that we would choose, they would get a beautiful bouquet of flowers because we're all just trying to do our best. You know, some more than others. But I just would like to encourage my other world leaders, like, hey, I see you. You're leading a group of people. It's hard. I feel if you have a business that generates more than 10 million, then you deserve it. I'm glad you think that, Wayne. Make a video about your executive orders. I think greed is crazy. So to the extent that it has gotten, right? And I feel like that, like it's true in theory, but the way that we've seen it lived out has been no bueno. And like a mother or caretaker, if you're going to abuse the privilege, we're going to take it away. I'm going to make sure that you're cared for. I'm going to make sure you're happy. All of those things. But since you don't know what to do with all of this, since you think this means that you can take somebody else's free time and happiness and exploit them to keep the margin for yourself, we're just going to do away with that. That's fine, Wayne. This video isn't about convincing people to vote for me. In this video, I have already won. And these are my executive orders. So it actually doesn't matter if you would have voted for me or not. Because in this video, I won. So let's see. That's that. Everybody gets a bouquet of flowers. Not everybody, 10 people a month. You know, we're gonna keep it chill. But they'll be beautiful flowers. Just to say, hey, I see you. Thanks for ruling in your part of the world. And thanks for not attacking us. So let's see. Next. No more houselessness. That makes no sense. There is enough money and there are enough structures and there is enough space. Where are the rest of my hangers? Oh, there's enough space. No one should be houseless. That's absolutely ridiculous. I would fix it immediately. And if I found out that any state had not fixed their houseless problem, they'd like get fined or in trouble or something. I don't know how that works, but it would happen. That's not okay. Okay. What does it say? Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. In order to live, you need shelter. You need shelter. Fix it. That's that. Oh yes. No more than 2 kids. Okay. Families cannot have more than 2 kids. What was that rule? Did that actually, I heard about that. Like in China for a while. I don't know if it's still the case that they could only have 1 kid. Is that right? Well, I'd be instituting for a while, maybe for a 20-year span, that, well, I wouldn't be president for 20 years. But I'd see what I could do, what I could get past that for the next 20 years, families could have no more than 2 children. The world is overpopulated. We're using up too many resources. It's crowded. It's hot. What's that TikTok sound? The buses. What are they? The buses are filthy. The buses are dirty. The buses do not work. Something like that. Yeah. The resources, they're going. Let's see. It's not true about China. We elevate. Is that not true? Well, anyways, it's going to be true in my country that people for a while would only have 2 kids. And outside of the resources, can we just talk about the fact that we have some cleaning up to do when it comes to the mental health of the people in our country? A lot of us don't even need to be parents right now. Slow your roll. Slow down. Everybody take a pause. It's a break. Let's focus on ourselves. How about take care of the kids that are here now and the adolescents? Let's heal some things and then we can move forward, because it's too much trauma being passed on. And yes, everybody is doing their best, but I must say, it's not good enough. And this is including myself, honestly. Like, I'm doing my best, and I think I'm a very good mom, and considering the circumstances. But I still think my son deserves even better. I think you deserved better. I think I deserve better, right? Let's just take a pause and get it right. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, yeah. Next. Oh, here. Alcohol would not be as easily accessible. I wouldn't take it back to like prohibition. I'm not going to make it illegal. I don't know. I would have to consult with some specialists and take some time, but it wouldn't be as accessible. And I say this because I have known some people to struggle with alcoholism, and to support them and learn about them and their worldview and things like that, learn about the struggle, hearing things and putting it into perspective, reflecting on how alcohol really does harm people. Like, it damages your body. It is a coping mechanism that people use. People make terrible decisions while under the influence. Not everybody, but some people can. And for people who are fighting with addiction and trying to do better, the fact that you can just walk in and have access to that substance that's ruining your relationships and possibly your professional life and also your health, like it's literally corroding your body. People whose kidneys get run down and things like that. And it's just on the shelves, not even behind, like, you don't even have to get anybody to unlock it in a lot of places. So let's see. Wayne, I am so sorry, but it's just a lot. Goodbye. Okay, he has been hidden from the channel. It just seems intentional troll. It's not even like helpful opposition. Go away. Go troll somebody else. There's a zillion lives going on right now. So anyway, in my world, people like Wayne get blocked. So yeah, the alcohol. And I'm not saying, again, not that it's illegal, not that you can't get it, but just maybe 1 or 2 more barriers in place. So that way somebody really struggling, there's a couple of barriers to entry before they can just get it and relapse. That's all I'm saying. So that's that. Oh, goodbye 40-hour work week. No more 40-hour work week. Was that Tom Ford who came up with it? Somebody, like the assembly line. Terrible. If I could go back in time, I mean, there's a lot of things that I would do, but I would definitely stop. Wayne has he's like those little boys in school. He hits you because he likes you. Well, that's too bad, because that's not going to work on me. So Oh yeah, the 40-hour work for what? Especially in the year 2025. We are efficient. We have support. We have tools. We have resources. So many jobs don't need to be done for 40 hours a week. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. Get some people to analyze how much time this job actually takes, but don't pay your people less. They need to live. Everybody needs to live. Okay? Pay them. Go live your life. Go live your life. This is a cute shirt. What is this? My son's shirt. Let's see here. So yeah, no more 40-hour work week. That's terrible. Immediately. Got to go. Got to go. I didn't bring enough of the tiny hangers out here. That's unfortunate. Came to do laughs and laundry and laughs. Didn't bring those hangers. Anyway, I was just eager to get on and chat with you guys. Oh, this one's fun. I love this one. Okay. For everyone who has insurance, which I would like to think I'd be able to get with the powers that be and institute some regulations to make it so that insurance is way better. Like, let's just already assume way better healthcare situation. One 90-minute massage per month is completely covered by insurance. 90 minutes too, because 60, it's like, that's when you're just starting to really, unwind. It's that last 30 minutes that really drives it home. And it's just good for stress regulation. Then as a society, we are so touch deprived. Go get rubbed on. Go get loved on by somebody who's not expecting anything back from you. Should be a very professional situation. They know what they're doing. Relax. Like, love that. Love that. One 90-minute massage per month covered by insurance. Right now, your pronunciation is a total example for me. So Samuel, what's actually really funny is I work in early education. And so I'm literally teaching humans English, right? Even though they're American kids, I'm teaching them English because I start interacting with them at 2. I have them till they're like 5. Now I'll be working with kids as young as infants, 6 weeks old. And so you do have to pronounce everything because eventually when they start writing and they learn how to spell, you see how they hear words. And so like for school, for instance, if they write school, a lot of them will write SKOO, school. Since I'm the educator, I know I want them to hear every letter. So if I'm talking, yes, welcome to school. I'm totally Asian. My nickname is Samuel Adam. Oh, got it. Solid. And actually I have a young son, and one day I said something. I don't know what I said, but he just said, "Mommy, why do you talk like that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he says, "Sometimes you talk like this." I'm like, sorry. You can catch it in some of my videos sometimes. I'm just used to seriously having to pronounce everything. But anyway, so that's funny. I'm glad I could help, Samuel. Let's see here. 40-hour work week, massage. Oh, this one I really like too. Sorry, we elevate. I already know I'm probably going to ruffle your feathers a little bit. But every home that has a cisgender heterosexual man that home would get a home audit 2 times a year. Okay? Because wait for it. There's just so much documentation by men and women, sociologists, psychologists, about the mental load, okay? And how a lot of times women carry more of the mental load. What is the mental load? For those of you who don't know, it's like all the things that are on your mind that you're thinking about. And I know not every family, not every man, not every woman. There are some phenomenal, responsible, forward-thinking men, and there are some absolutely trash women, okay? Yeah, I understand you, Samuel. And thanks, Geekalicious. So the mental load, it's everything that you have on your mind. So for instance, women often know the kid's doctor, when their last shots were, when their next shot is, who their best friend is, what time that best friend's mom gets off of work, and when you can coordinate a play date. We also know last week their favorite vegetable was carrots, but they hate carrots and they asked for these, so we need to pick them up from the store. I need to make dinner, but I need to make it before this time because it has to be bath time at this time because they really want to read a story. And if we do bath at this time, the story's going to happen here. They're going to get to bed late. If they get to bed late, it's going to be a big problem in the morning because it's going to make it harder to get, like, you're thinking of all these things. And often what can be said is by the man, like, well, if you need help, just ask me. Just ask me. That's another task to do. That's another task to do. I don't want to have to ask you. Or can you go to the store and get some things for the house? Sure, write me a list. What? Please look in the kitchen and see what we don't have. What do you want to eat? Do you know what I want to eat? Have you paid attention to me to know what I want to eat so you can make a list? Why do I have to make a list? Anyway, so there would be a home audit. And gentlemen, whoever, for those of you who are the good ones out there and who are helpful and who are maybe getting taken advantage of, these audits are not just for men. They're of the home. They're of the home dynamic. So if you're being a total sweetheart and she's being a nagging little jerk to you and is taking you for granted and not helping or, whatever, that will get called out as well. And what did I write here? These are just the executive orders. I would not be the one coming up with all the nuance and all the details. I'm leaving that to my specialist. I would completely trust in my team. However, there would be a point system. And if there is a party in the home, and this could be roommates, this could be romantic partners, it's just anywhere there's a cisgender heterosexual male. Whoever is found, according to this point system, this very sophisticated and tested diagnostic tool that would be, implemented here, that partner, that person in the household would be fined. And that money would go to the person or persons who were suffering because of that person's like negligence or just being a jerk. And the person who receives that money would be required to spend it on a non-essential item. Something fun. Something fun. And we love that. And we love that. And those are my 12 executive orders. So, I also thought of instituting, like, banning all crunchy cookies, all hard cookies, but then it just gets too nuanced, right? Like, is Chips Ahoy really that bad? Then what about shortbread cookies? Shortbread cookies are good. They're in a class of their own. Then what about the little breakfast biscuit? Some of them can be crunchy, but mostly soft cookies for life, I really wanted to ban crunchy cookies, but there were too many caveats, and I don't have time to get wrapped up in that. Okay, if you want hard cookies, eat hard cookies. I personally think they should be illegal. We're going to make that a state's issue. We're going to make it a state's issue. We elevate. Madam President. That sounds nice. And I think that would be fun. I don't know that I have anything else to say. I didn't think I was going to get through my list as fast. What else can we talk about? Last time I went live doing laundry, we got to talking about all sorts of things. Has anybody seen the rabbit hole with Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber and how she was like stalking him from the time basically she was a child or a preteen and would follow him around and would text apparently Kendall Jenner because she knew that Justin was friends with like the Kardashians and the Jenners or whatever. And her dad is Alec Baldwin. So she was Hailey Baldwin. Her dad was Alec Baldwin. He's obviously a Baldwin brother. And there's a clip that circulates sometimes about how, was it at Good Morning America? And Alec Baldwin, was it Alec? Alec Anyway, met a young, very young teenage Justin Bieber and introduced a very, very young Haley to Justin. And there's also another clip of Justin being on the Ellen show and recounting everything and on air realizing I think I was part of an arranged marriage. It's very sad. And then poor Selena Gomez. Well, she's not poor anymore. She got her Benny Blanco. And we love that for her. So, all right, guys. If there's not much that you guys would like to ask or say, I can go and finish this and put The Circle on. I've been watching The Circle, and also Residence. That's a new show by Shonda Rhimes that is on Netflix right now, and I've been watching that. It's a whodunit. I love a good whodunit. Is it cold out here? It's cool. It's cool. Like some days are warmer than others. Like yesterday, the high was over 70, but then today it's only in the 50s. And it was 40 earlier this morning. So it just really, you got to check the weather every day. And I need to do this laundry. And I need to pack because I'm actually going on a work trip. My job is flying me out. I'm very excited about that. Very excited for a training. So that will be cool. But okay, guys, this has been fun. Please, if you're watching the replay, let me know, what would your executive orders be? I'm very curious. Since clearly, you can do anything. You can just rename bodies of water and take things out of the Constitution or try to or whatever, and then tell people it's illegal to boycott. Like, it's clearly the sky is the limit. Tell me, if you had the power, if you had the option, what would you do? Anyway, this was fun. Stay safe and stay free. Every day is a good day to not be in a cult. Bye.